Hi YouTube, this is Betty, Scrap Passion 01, and I have a tutorial to share with you guys. I'm going to color up Glam Bella with my colored pencils, and I'm going to use Gamsol to do the blending. As all of you may know, myself and Jen Callie 78 are the guest designers for Rochelle, who's Stationery Chic, and she's the designers for the Diva Glam stamps. So, and she asked us to do a tutorial showing, coloring up the stamp. Also, there will be a giveaway coming soon. Please leave in the comment section below regarding what you would like to win in the giveaway, whether it's one of the Diva Glam stamps, Glam Bella. Also, there's Glam Zoe that you can pre-order. I'll have the information to Rochelle's Zibbit store so you can order it if you like. Or would you like a handmade item, flowers, gift card? So just leave in the comment section below after the video of a giveaway, a gift that you would like to win for the giveaway. And information regarding that, as I mentioned earlier, will be coming soon. So without further ado, let's get started with the tutorial because I don't want it to be too long. I'm going to color the skin tones with the Copic markers. So I'm going to use E21 and E11 for the skin tone. So usually when I color with Copics, I start out with the darker color first, which is E11. And so I go in the areas where I feel like the shading or the darker areas will be. Usually the darker areas are here underneath the hairline. So I go all around there with my darker color. And then go here. And right here where the hair is, of course, that's going to be darker right in there. So right in there. And then I grab my lighter color, which is E21. And what you're going to do is, if you can see, I hope I'm in frame, you're going to slightly overlap the darker color that you put down, and you're going to pull it to the center of the face. So you're going to just slightly overlap and pull it. You're going to be pulling it. And that's what creates your blending. So you're going to get that color and just pull it to the center of the face. You're overlapping it and you're pulling it. Go on this side, if you can see that. Overlap it and pull it. And just let me put my disclaimer out there. I am not a certified Copic colorer or anything of that nature. I just basically learn by doing. So that's it. I'm not a specialized or anything of that nature in Copic coloring. But basically that's all you do, or that's all I do, is just grab that color, grab the tail of it, and pull it towards the center. Okay, and then I'm going to get your darker color again and do the ears. And this is a really tiny area, so that doesn't require much blending at all there. And then you go again, like I said, where you feel like the shading of the darker areas would be. Right here where the bend of the arm, of course that's going to be darker there. And bring that up. And here. And you see where all this luscious hair is on this side? You're going to go, of course those areas are going to be darker right in there where that hair is. Okay? And then on all the areas that you have the white areas, you're going to go in with your light Copic, which is E21. You're going to grab the tail of it and pull it into the white area of your image. Take that and just pull it up to the white area of your image. Real lightly there. And just do a little stroke there. And then you're going to pull the tail on that side and go up there. And that's it. Got to get this part here. Okay, and go down here with the where this bottom part is, and where that cuff is on the outfit. Of course, right underneath that is going to be darker, and right up in here is going to be a little darker. Get your lighter color, E21. Grab the tail of E11 and pull it towards the center to fill in the white area. And that's all that I do when I use my Copics. So I'm going to stop the recording and come back and start with the colored pencils. Okay, now I'm going to start with coloring the hair with the colored pencils, and I'm using this dark brown Prismacolor pencil. Of course, there's different brands of colored pencils. Prismacolor is just one of the higher brands, or some of the better brand, but you can use Crayola or Rose Art or the Sargent. There's different brands of colored pencils. You use the color pencil of your choice. So this one is the dark brown, and this is the PC 946. If I forgot to mention, the paper that I'm using is the Cryogen white paper. And the ink that I use to stamp my image, I use the VersaFine. Okay, so let's begin coloring the hair. Basically what I do is outline or put down my shading with the color pencil where I think the darker areas are going to be. Of course, the tip of the hair is going to be darker, and right along here alongside where her outfit is, of course that's going to be darker. So I just press down a little bit, put down my darker areas or my shading. Here on the tips is where I'm applying that. Okay, and in here, along in here, these areas, and kind of feather that out. And let your image show you where the shading is. Like this part of the image is a little darker, and so of course I'm going to put down a darker shade there, along in here. And I like to do a section at a time as well when I'm coloring. Okay, and then here, these areas are darker here, and the tips go along in there. This area right here, all in here, where it's close to the face, I'm going to do a highlight in there and make that darker. Of course, I'm going to make that darker there. And I think I pretty much got there. And then this part, just kind of feather that out to resemble, and I hope you all can see that, the hair. Just kind of feather that out a little bit. And there we go. And make sure you outline, where the body is, where the arm is. All of that area is going to be dark. All of that needs to be shaded. Okay? So pretty much got all of that down. And so this is where your Gamsol comes in. This is where your blending takes place. And some of you, if you're not familiar with Gamsol, Gamsol is basically odorless mineral spirits. And it helps break down the wax properties in the colored pencil so that it will blend better. If you're buying or purchasing Gamsol, you want to make sure that you get the artist brand. Not the industrial, but the artist brand. Is going to give you the look or the effect that you're trying to achieve. I will also put in the description box below some places where you can purchase the Gamsol if you're interested in this style of coloring. So basically I put my mineral spirits in just this little container here. And so you're going to also need a blending stump. And you can purchase these at Michael's. And this is just the 1/4 inch. Pretty small because this is some small areas in this stamp. But they do come in different sizes. So what you're going to do here is you're just going to put your blending stump in your Gamsol. And what I do now, you can color in these white areas lightly with your colored pencils, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the color that I've already laid down, and I'm going to pull it into the white areas to color it in, to create a blending effect, or to create your shading and your light areas. So that's why I did that. So what you're going to do, you're just going to do it basically like you did the Copics. You're going to take it and slightly overlap it and just pull it towards the center to blend it. If you can see that, what I'm doing. You're just taking that color and bringing it down. I try not to go, if I can, not too far on the edge, you know, so it won't go out of the lines too bad. And you just take that and you just pull it, pulling it in. And that's what you're doing there. Pulling that. Get some more there. And just pull it into where your white area is. And I hope you guys can see what I'm doing without me covering it all up. You can see that. Get some more there and just pull that. And you're just pulling that color. And try not to get too far on the edge so you won't go out of line too bad. You can use an eraser to erase your mistakes, but you know, sometimes it'll erase well and sometimes it may not. It just kind of depends on how far out of the lines you go. So just kind of coloring that white part in. And I'm going to let you see kind of closer what I'm doing here. You see that, and you see it's darker, and then in the center it's lighter. So that's just trying to create your shaded areas and your lighter area, or where your light source is. And you can create that same type of effect with using colored pencils and not have to purchase the Copics if you don't want to spend or invest that much. And I'm trying so hard not to go too much on that edge, if I can help it. And I was experimenting because sometimes your stump gets kind of dull, and I put this blending stump in the pencil sharpener and it'll sharpen it up pretty good. So you can put it in there, but you may want to have one separate, one for your colored pencils and one for your blending stump, since your blending stump have the Gamsol on it. You may want to have it separate. And this is all you're doing. And I think once you guys try it, I think you'll like the effects of it and like the look of it. It is definitely a nice, cheaper or more affordable alternative for you. And I'm almost done blending it. And I'm not going to blend this side and the inside of here because I don't want it to go over into my skin tone. So I'm just going to lightly, or really that can be darker because it's so close to the skin, and just color that in. Get it in frame here. Okay. And let's see here. And then I'm going to do a little bit more blending. That's what I'm trying to say there. Okay. Let's see here. And let's go here. And I'm almost done. And I think it looks really good, you guys. I'm quite pleased with it. Okay. That's how it looks. I'm going to go in and blend that part a little bit more. Because I try not to go too far on the edge because I don't want it to go out of the lines too bad. So that's why I kind of leave that. But when you're coloring with it, you will see that wax breaking down in the colored pencil and moving around, you know, and that'll kind of guide you on how to blend that. But that's how the hair is looking so far with the colored pencils. I think it looks really good. And I'm going to do the other side and come back so that it won't be too long of a video. So I'm going to stop the recording and do the other side, and then we'll come back and do the clothing.